Their inability to get comfortable and get your shit together, I remember, is not your fault and it's not your responsibility. And you want to know why. You want to know why things happened. To liberate you. To liberate you. You cannot control somebody else's choices. Ask yourself this question. Did you do all you could do? If your answer is a flat out yes, then whatever their decision, however much they're fucking up in making it, it is not your journey. It is not your day. It is not your time. They are not your person. They are not on your road. They took themselves off your road. If there is nothing more you could have done, then what the hell are you sitting here trying to think about reasons for what you should have done, could have done, what you should? There was nothing more. You did it. Do you understand? You won. You really did win. You won. You proved to yourself that you could put your whole self in and be the best of yourself. And if the best of yourself is not somebody else's choice, then they were really just an obstacle in your way, whether you knew it or not. Whether you knew it or not. The only people, the only things that get the fuck out of your way when you do your best are obstacles, baby boo. That's the only thing. Think about it in life. When you bust your ass, you work hard. The only thing you're moving is obstacles. That's the only thing that reacts when you're doing your best. That gets out of the way. Man, friends, family, people who love you, they stand by, they lift you on their shoulders and they'll celebrate you, they'll cheer you. The only thing that moves out of your way when you're at your best is the obstacles that were standing in your way. So whatever just moved out of your fucking way was an obstacle. And your only mistake was mistaking it for anything but. Yeah. It's got to be somehow you realizing this is a good goddamn life. Wow. Check that out. Bam. Right there. You're going to get some good news. News that you've been waiting for. News that you needed. This is going to like hanker you down and push you through. It's a breakthrough. It's sealing the deal. It's getting the project. It's landing the deal. All those things. And I'm telling you, a big part of what you're experiencing now is designed to motivate you to get that shit done. I know. I know. You got to love the universe, man. You got to. You got to sit back and be humbled in its presence. Because it does work in mysterious ways and we only understand it in hindsight. And that's tough. Protection. I will protect. I will not let anything get in the way of what I have worked for and who I am. I am light. Even in the dark times, even when the lights go out, a star is a light in the dark. You know? So is the sun. The sun is a star, right? That's the light in the light. Either way, it shines from inside you. It doesn't have to come from without. So when you're lost, alone in the dark, you're not really ever lost. This is telling you to have faith. That's the message right there. There's so many triggers right now in this energy for you. Triggers that I think are the best. Because they're going to motivate you to get so frustrated, so pissed, so angry that you get yourself into a mentality of, I will not fail. I will not fail. I will not look back. I will not give up. I will not, because I will not let anybody else win. No matter what it takes, man. The universe knows you better than you do. And it is only going to put into your life those things that you need to move your ass in the direction it needs to go. And I know that you want to be the one behind the steering wheel, deciding the speed, and making the turns where you want to make them. But ultimately, the universe is like, nope. Nope. Because that's not where you're headed. I don't know what happened, where the discombobulation got going. I don't know, and I don't care. I care about you and you getting to where you need to be. And I know that the universe is conspiring in your favor. Oh, good fortune. All of a sudden you get lucky. All of a sudden out of the blue. And I think it comes from people. Help. Imagine. Oh God, that almost gave me the chills. What have you been imagining? Where have your fantasies been taking you? Think about where your dreams, your daydreams have been leading you off to. Imagine. What is it? Whatever you can imagine this week, you can set into motion and make a reality. Round and round. This is karmic. You've been here before. How many times are you going to go around before you complete it? It's fine. It's time to get off that fucking Ferris wheel. You know what I'm saying? And actually get into life. You've spun your wheel too long. You're about to receive if you keep working hard. Your hard work is going to pay off. That's what it's saying. It's also very masculine and feminine energy. If you see, like that big old phallic symbol, and then the yin, that big old receptive symbol, the harder you work, the more work you put into this, the more you're going to receive and get out of it. I don't know what you're up to. You're relinquishing the restrictions. You're relinquishing the belief that you can't. And you're getting so many gifts. Base chakra. This is what you really want. Coming from deep, deep down inside. It is your destiny. Mental conflict. The struggle is in your brain. Right? With distraction, with the old you, with what you used to have, or what you believe you deserve, or how you think people look at you. Those are all things that are fucking with you to try to throw you off path. Your heart is telling you exactly what you need to do and what you need to believe. You want to believe in the best. Dare to do it. Dare to believe in the best, because that's what will come to you. Hold on. We have a bunch of cards that fell out. Believe in the impossible. What? Exactly what I was saying. Believe in the impossible. Conclusions are within reach. Hold on. Confidence is your key to success. Take time to breathe out. It's all going to be good. It's all going to be good. I'm telling you, the devil is in the air tempting us to give up. Do not give up. Work through your fears. That's that scorpionic energy. Take a deep breath out. Be confident. Ooh. Communication is key. This is Gemini energy. There's lots of Gemini energy. Very social. So be social. Talk and allow the conversations to happen. You're going to be talking to a lot of people, especially if you're afraid. If you've been afraid to talk to people, if you've been resigned because you haven't been feeling good about yourself, this is the time to take a leap of faith in the goodness of yourself. It's time to take action. Start it. Just go. Just jump. Like literally just jump in. Conclusions are within reach. You're going to see how whatever you're working on, the momentum, what you put into motion, it's going to happen a lot quicker than you expected it to. And it doesn't even have to be coming from the direction that you set. It's like the universe is going to send it directly to you because you set the wheel in motion. Plant the seeds. Plant the seeds. Let's get on with this. This is interesting. Take no offense. It's coming up in the past. Whoever threw mud on your face before, wipe it off. They probably didn't even mean it. It's also a good mentality. This is like a secret. It's like message. Don't take offense. Try to stay away from that. Try to keep talking through it. Try to keep asking questions. Try to keep understanding what somebody else, try to keep understanding what somebody else is really thinking instead of making assumptions. Maybe they didn't even know that they pissed you off, or that they hurt your feelings, or that they left you behind. Maybe they didn't even know. Go at it from that. It doesn't matter what they did, whether they did it on purpose or not. If you go at it from this mindset of maybe they didn't know, it's going to release the anger from you, release the insecurities. That's what the true secret is like releasing that is going to release the true you. And holy crap, how bright you're going to shine. That you're going to be directed to the correct opportunity. Because there's a lot of opportunities swirling around you right now. Your attractiveness is off the hook. But you need to focus and pray for the right one. And it's through that connection to spirit that's going to keep you connected to the right one. Pray. Prayer is essential right now. Second thing, doctors, health, fighting. Are you fighting for your health? Is somebody in your life? This is something about fighting for your health. But it comes right along the arc of the other reading. You're fighting for the right decision. You're fighting for the healthy decision. And it's going to be a fight. This is saying you're going to have a lot of temptations to be distracted and get thrown off course. That is the fucking test this week, Libra. Is who can I throw off course? Who can I do? If I can throw them off course, they must not want it bad enough. So you have to really fight and focus on keeping something balanced, nutritious, healthy, feeling right, feeling good for you, and not like it's going to carry you away. There's so many opportunities and messages coming in, right? Be in control of it. Don't let it control you. This is such a wonderful time when you could be just like riding with the wind in your hair. So gorgeous, so sexy. Look at this. This is very sensual energy. But you got to fight to keep it healthy, especially if everybody's on your tail. What are the opportunities that are right for me? What are the ones that are going to work for me? You could definitely be fighting, or whatever fight you have been fighting with your health, pay close attention to it, because this could be the tide that turns into the direction you want it to go, as long as you are uber vigilant on like the commitment you've made. We have seven heavenly virtues, keys to goodness. Focus on the nutritious this week. In food, in relationships, in sensuality, focus on the nutritious. Focus on, don't let yourself be carried away by the devil's temptations. I'm just saying, it's focus on the light this week. Pray. Keep spirit in your pocket all the time. Connect. Gratitude. Be grateful for all that you have. I'm telling you, you know why you're being told this? Because you are generating the momentum for this week. If you focus on what's good for you and what you really want in your life, through gratitude, abundance, happiness, the feeling of, in other words, if you're focused on gratitude, you're focused on what you have, and that's what gets you more. If you're focused on health, you're focused on progress and being nutritious and moving forward. Nutritious. I keep hearing that word. The more you focus on that now, you are guaranteed it in the future. You're setting yourself up. Potential. Think big for your future. Where do you want to be? The bigger you think, the better it will be. And believe. It's not just about thinking, it's about believing. Is all Venus, man. It's all Venus. It's all about love and money and sensuality and what you can welcome into your life. But Venus rules you too. So think big and think happy. Think beautiful thoughts. Think about what you already have in your life to welcome it more. And don't cinch on the manifestations. When you write your manifestations, write it from your heart. You're going to get exactly what it is that you want. Vacation. Take time for relaxation and adventure. The adventure will call to you. Answer the call. Which direction are you going? This is a new path that you're headed on. Also, allow yourself to take a break and have fun. Stay in the up. And that's the example you're set for the universe. And that's what the universe will keep feeding you. Time to plant your seeds for what do you want the future to look like. So yeah, going with the flow. In other words, you just want to be free. You don't want to make any plans. But it's almost like not planning to not make plans, but you are planning to not make plans by not making plans. It's like, this is what in other words, this is the time to design the life that you want and to bring those designs to life. So if you want no tethers, no ties, and to just be able to go with the flow, this is the time to start doing it. If you live it, it will come. That's the energy that's happening right now. I'm not kidding. This is the time. It's time to get going and moving forward. What have you been thinking about? What have you been putting all your energy into? I'd really like to know, like, that's a question. I mean, I may not always get to read what's below, but I really do want to know. What have you been thinking about? See, this is something that in the past you wouldn't have tried. This is something like in the past, maybe you've been thinking about this for a while now, but you wouldn't have tried it because this is the time to try it. In fact, you don't just try it, you invest in it. This is the time to invest in what you wouldn't have invested before, or take the payout. Take the money. This is a good time to buy something or to sell to a buyer. I don't know what that means, but you do. It's true. Based on your past, something from your past, something that you hated about yourself, something you felt horrible about, something that you felt stuck with, your hard work. No matter how hard you worked, you just couldn't break through. And it's because of your lack of willingness to take a risk. You didn't want to change. You kept going around in the same cycle because the unhealthy cycles were comfortable for you. And now you've changed the cycle. So anything you fear, jump at it. Anything you fear, because you know that fear is a marker of your way forward, of your potential. The first card out, dare to be happy. Can you? Do you have that courage? And I just see 1111. I got 333, which is God is with you, divine breakthroughs, and 1111, which is awakening. Your life is just starting. You were really in a shitty place, right? Just too much stress, too much heartache, and almost like too much self-talk of you, like, I have to do this. I have to do this. This is my life. That was bullshit. It was a lie. That was the illusion. Dare to be happy, rebel. Go against something that you normally would. Do things that you normally wouldn't do. So go ahead and be bold and throw caution to the wind and do something that your pragmatic mind says, no way, you shouldn't do. You should do exactly that. Why? This is definitely putting your best foot forward and believing. Like, in other words, it's almost like a choice. You're choosing to be optimistic. You could be pessimistic. But every step you take, you're bringing optimism into the room. You're choosing it. You're rebelling against your old self. You're rebelling against your own structure. And that's that Saturnian energy. It's almost like you're rebelling against the rules that somehow you put in place. You found a soulmate. That was the bridge. Whoa, that was your bridge. This soulmate energy, this person was what inspired you to change and do something differently. And holy shit, is this a sexy motherfucker? This is somebody that you were just drawn to because you needed them. Field of Dreams landed in the past. Something has been trying to come through to you for a while. It was already constructed for you, but you wouldn't let it in. There's some sort of, it's almost like you were using work to block it from you. So this has been rewards that you've been trying. It could be your soulmate. You could have been trying to find them forever. And all of a sudden, bam, they break through. And it changes your entire life. And you're like, I am destined. This is really beautiful energy. Now it seems like this mountain is almost like something you're looking at to be like, I can whip this bitch. Like I can do this. I know I have confidence. I am destined to climb. Okay, that could be, 333. I just saw 333 when I said that, and that means it's a blessed message. I feel balanced. Okay, now things are clearing up for me a little bit. These mountains in front of you is something that seems to be inspiring you and exciting you because you feel ready. You feel that this is your destiny. You feel connected to climbing that mountaintop and reaching the heights that you wanted to get to. So there is inspiration in these. There's been safety in holding back. And now is like almost like the moment of truth. And you want to rush toward it. Check this out. Look forward. That's the only way you can go at this point. There is no turning back. I had a conversation with one of my friends. Forward is your only choice. You don't want to get distracted. You want to stay focused. And I think that your focus determines your reality right now. For you, it is so crisp and pure and so right near the surface of how this manifestation is so powerful. It's like if you think about it, it's going to happen. Watch your thoughts and watch what you say, because whatever you say, it's so strong and powerful right now, it will plant a seed. Your direction is forward. You can't go back or redo anything. It's gonna come out. You want it to come out. It's exciting, probably for most of you, an exciting time. Simultaneously, there's a little bit of worry here. Just laugh, have a good sense of humor. Know that, in other words, take what you do seriously, but don't take yourself seriously. Remain as lighthearted as you can. Like, keep things light. Don't get too bogged down or worry too much about it, because it's not going to do any good for you. Listen to the music. Gemini energy is also very musical. So this could be some sort of harmonizing with somebody, picking up on somebody else's notes, picking up on somebody's innuendos or what they're trying to imply. But it's also kind of celebration. It's like look forward, just laugh, and listen to the music. What's done is done. There's no turning back. So why worry about what's behind you? The way is forward. I think the worry is coming specifically from, well, how will this be received? Sacral chakra. Oh yeah, you are 100% wanting to be heard. Sacral chakra is the chakra that's represented by yellow. It lies right beneath your heart, which is the green chakra, which is represented by green usually. And the sacral chakra, think of it as your diaphragm, which means, and here is your voice, you have something to say, or it's time for you to be heard. And it's time for you to be heard so that you can get attention to be seen. So it's going to go hand in hand. You definitely want both. This is a great time for you to be heard and for you to be seen and for you to speak out and say something that needs to be said. This is an exceptional energy for you to finally be noticed. So take that chance. So you are being called to plant the seeds on this passion, on this enterprise, whatever it is that you just have to release and get out of you that's been stifled, saying what you need to say, speaking up. All of these things, it's like lying right there, sitting on your gut, and it's just like ready to explode outward. So you really need to say what you need to say. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. It's always a wonderful thing when the Moonology cards show up with your energy, right? And this energy is saying, who are you really? Come out of your hiding. Because these breakthroughs in your brain, when these emotions boil up from inside of you, in other words, there's new emotions that are coming up inside of you because of everything that you're learning. And these emotions are pushing out creativity. This is the heart of creativity, heart chakra. Your heart is pushed open because all of a sudden you get inspired by something you never realized you get inspired by. But the inspiration is off the fucking hook because it's creating emotions inside of you that have to come out of you. And you've never been so inspired before. This is also something that you're very full on committed to. It's about deep emotions. You're finally acknowledging those deep emotions and you're creating because of those deep emotions. You're just letting it out. They're both green. It's all about the heart chakra. You're opening up that it has to do with your truth and the truth deep inside of you. And it's almost like you're finally allowed to radiate it and finally brave enough to share it out loud. Sharing what you love, sharing who you love, but also clarifying and shedding all those layers that were stuck on top of your heart, that maybe you thought, oh, this is what I need to look like or appear on. It's almost like, I know what my heart is, so this is how it has to look on the outside. And you're shedding that, and you're just letting your heart shine through for itself right now. But this is getting back, realigning with your soul purpose, your heart chakra. I say that because your heart is not where your soul lives, but it is the microphone for your soul. So it's through your heart that you hear your soul's voice. It's like you feel like you're allowed to think again, and you're surprising yourself. I think there are some things that you're thinking that you never thought you'd think. But you are thinking them. Why? Because you're thinking again. You're not just believing what people tell you and going along with the crowd. You're actually starting to think for yourself again. And when you think for yourself, things that you had pushed away, or things that you had denounced, suddenly they're not as foreign to you as you thought they were. So this is opening up a lot of possibilities. This is all sort of like the universe's big plan to get us to start seeing things from somebody else's perspective and seeing a different point of view, a point of view that we might have been afraid to see, or been backed into a corner and not allowed to see. I am a warrior. So you are sticking up for and fighting for something that you really believe in. And this might be contrary. Here's the conflict. It may be contrary to what you were fighting for before. But it's like you can't ignore this morality inside of you. You have to stand up for what you know to be correct. There is no fear in you, though. This is a sense of really knowing who the fuck you are. You are fighting for something that you really believe in. Now in reverse, this is defeat, this is danger, but it's almost like you know that it's not going to be a train wreck now. You didn't know if you could protect yourself. You didn't know if you were walking right into. It's almost like you were very hesitant about something. That's it. That's the vibe. You didn't know if you could trust this. You were very hesitant about it. You were very worried about something. So you kind of remained aloof a little bit, because you didn't know if you were flying right into a fucking shit show and like getting yourself into a disaster again. Disaster avoided, baby. You have a great. Disaster and ruination avoided, okay? So, oh, look at you. This is your energy. You've got your creative flame back. You're inspired again, okay? Okay, you're inspired again. I'm glad, let me say this to you. I'm glad that you went through that shit time, because it's almost like you needed to be taken down a few notches. I'm just going to say it. Not that you are still down a few notches, but it's almost like, Prince and the Pauper. You kind of needed to realize how it felt to be the pauper. You kind of needed to realize because that makes you so much fuller. It makes you so much more than what you were. Positive future, flame of inspiration, and positive futures in reverse. I usually don't take these in reverse. Basically, what this is saying is, you're inspired right now, but ultimately everything that you do right now is building your future. Right now, I don't even think you're looking that far into the future. That's why it came out upside down. I feel like you're just trying to live in the moment and be happy with what you have in front of you. Something you feel like you could do or should do or have to do, especially because you can relate to it now. And then we have I am gifted. So you really do have the abilities and the talents, as well as the knowledge and information to positively impact what might be a very stressful situation. But this is like share your wishes with somebody. Like let people know, reach out. This is about connection, and it has to be about connecting from the beginning. It doesn't have to be about announcing it to everybody. This is not a grand announcement. This is about sharing your concerns, your wishes, your aspirations, deciding to let somebody else know. And depending on the rest of the cards, it could be like a spouse that you're finally coming out to. And I know I saw this wonderful TED Talk by this woman who is a lesbian, and she said we all have our own closets. And it's true. She pointed, it was such a great thought, right? Because we do have things about ourselves that we keep private, that we think are unlovable, right? And for whatever reason, sometimes it is social pressure, sometimes it's just low self-esteem. Whatever it is, we have pieces of ourselves that we keep in a closet. This is almost like you finally trusting somebody enough to share yourself with them. And then, bam,